At the end of May, Top Gun: Maverick was released, a continuation of the popular 1986 action movie, in which Tom Cruise returned to the role of talented pilot Pete Mitchell. Now he himself teaches cadets of the flight school. Among them is the son of his deceased comrade Nick Bradshaw. The long-awaited sequel to the 1986 film, Top Gun, or Top Gun, with Tom Cruise in the title role was postponed several times due to a pandemic. But the premiere eventually broke all box office records, collecting in box office $569 million on a budget of $140 million. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, don't worry, there won't be any spoilers. In this video, I will tell you interesting facts about the filming of this film. I won't delay, let's get started. The audience has been following the fate of the picture for 3 years now. The premiere was scheduled for the summer of 2019, but then the pandemic interfered with the plans. A simple one seems to have benefited the project. The stuntmen and the actors themselves worked out new complex flight patterns in order to achieve greater entertainment. But then Tom Cruise temporarily dropped out of Maverick, who needed to start filming the next series of Mission Impossible. Streaming services Netflix and Apple TV attempted to acquire distribution rights to the film, but were turned down by Paramount Pictures. Neither persuasion nor the raging pandemic helped, which almost led to the bankruptcy of some film studios. The amount, by the way, was not named, but we all know that the platforms were willing to pay hundreds of millions of dollars for a potentially profitable project. And the sequel, Top Gun, just meets these parameters. Tom Cruise, who also co-produced Maverick, emphasizes that their project started with a fully fleshed out script, not a random idea. Audience reaction to the original film was also an important factor. According to Cruise, the first Top Gun was something that changed a generation. In addition, the work was delayed due to the fact that technology had to evolve to the right extent, so that the creators could dive deeper into the experience of a fighter pilot. The actors underwent intensive training, which meant close interaction with the Navy. For example, during one of the training sessions, they were placed in a rotating device that was held underwater. The performers also took part in exercises dedicated to underwater evacuation. Also, in the promotional video dedicated to the continuation of the film, the creators talked about how the filming took place in real planes. To do this, a special installation with 6 IMAX quality cameras was placed in each cabin. All of them from different angles filmed the view from the inside and the actors who endured real overloads. According to Tom Cruise, who played the main role in the film, when using special effects, you cannot achieve the same effect as in reality. Because, the way the face is distorted during overloads, it is impossible to play. They tested at about 7.5 or 8 grams units. That's 1,600 pounds of force. Therefore, he himself advocated shooting such scenes, live, and training all his colleagues on the site with professional pilots. The authors of the film noted that they wanted to fully convey the feeling of flight to the audience, and according to producer Jerry Bruckheimer, Maverick will be a unique picture about aviation. There may not be another like it. As a result, the performers of the main roles were simply forced to fly aircraft from simple models. They moved towards more advanced ones. This made it possible to use the minimum number of special effects and chroma key shots in the film. And in especially dangerous scenes, stuntmen replace the actors, but the essence of the process does not change much from this. In the meantime, the actors who played the pilots filmed themselves, not only having to turn the cameras on and off in the cockpit, but also putting on makeup, adjusting the lighting, and working on the sound. And the director sometimes had to wait for hours on the ground for the actors to return with the footage. After the material was filmed, adjustments were made to it, and the actors had to return for reshooting. According to Miles Teller, 3 out of 6 new actors vomited every day of filming in jet planes. An interesting fact, 36 years have passed since the release of the first film and its second part. This is the longest period of time between parts 1 and 2 of the film in the history of cinema. And also, Miles Teller said that they shot more material for this film than for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. The film received support from the Department of Defense for video equipment including jet aircraft and aircraft carriers. This was sanctioned by the Department of Defense Office, which assists filmmakers who tell war stories. According to Glenn Roberts, a retired Air Force lieutenant colonel and the man who heads this office, they have been around for almost 100 years. The first film assisted by their office to win the Academy Award for Best Picture was Wings in 1927. Roberts also claims that his office did not make any changes to the film's script, further quoting, "Today, collaborating on a film, the Pentagon may still require a rewrite of the script for reasons of veracity. But Roberts said he doesn't interfere with the creative process. When I get a script, I don't change the story," he said. According to Roberts, he is guided by 4 criteria. Security, the film must not give away state secrets. Accuracy, it must accurately depict training and combat. Politics, the characters must adhere to Department of Defense rules. And decorum, the film must protect the privacy of military personnel and their families. Therefore, thanks to the support of the US Air Force and the desire of the directors and Tom Cruise himself to make a quality film with a good story, we got what we expected. And that's all I have. Also check out the video about the crazy tricks of Tom Cruise and the equally crazy tricks of everyone's favorite Jackie Chan and write in the comments who is still cooler. See you later.